How's it going, everyone? Got an update for you. And I wasn't even gonna do none of this shit in the dark or whatever. But there is an update, so I want to give it out there, you know. Otherwise, they do this shit to try to make you look stupid. For an update to my video about the officer, Napoleon officer, they did just release his name. They just made a new statement, a new press release. I'll post it up, but you can check it out on their Facebook page if you're interested. The officer's name is Tyler Murray. I believe I'm saying that right. But that's the update there. Now, in that previous video, I understand sometimes people just don't gather everything the way it's presented or whatever. There is two separate issues there. The one about the okay, well, you know, where Crystal, this girl Crystal runs the page, right? Banned me just for asking the officer's name. I don't care if you like it or not. I already said that, right? But I'm not going to apologize either. I'm just not, you know, because it don't matter, you know. It's ridiculous how you act with that page. But the thing is, I care less about that shit, really. I just went on there to ask for a name, and she had to get all stupid about it, right? So let's just consider some stuff here. The story ain't done. And the investigation, there's a lot of people don't understand our rights and our duties as being the employers of public employees, right? Our employees. So the thing is, okay, they should have released that press release immediately, right? Especially the way they did it. It's not giving more information than needed or anything else, right? And that simple information is our right. There's people who agree with me, and then there's people who don't get it, right? And I'm sorry if you're one of those that don't get it. I don't mean no disrespect, but you need to get a clue, okay? You take, for example, I was on it, okay? I released my video. I called the police department there in Napoleon, with every right as a media company, right? And they still continued to stay hush about it. So I released my video and my article on AmericaUncensored.net and applied the pressure. Within only a few hours of me releasing my article, as soon as it started getting views, now they released their new press release that gives the officer's name, okay? And it's dated for tomorrow, the 19th. But they released it at somewhere between 8 and 8:30 p.m. on the 18th. And I'm just saying, they did that right away because the pressure was mounting. Take note of that and understand this is how we need to be with our public employees, right? You need to apply the pressure to get them to work the way they're supposed to. Otherwise, the problem is you give them an inch, they take a mile. And, you know, I'm sorry, maybe people don't like it because of the circumstances of this case, right? It's sad that he possibly took his own life. It's sad that that's sad news when it comes to anyone, right? But, and you know, these are facts we have to face. But the problem is, There's people that just don't get it. He was a public employee. He was a police officer on duty, which means they had no right to withhold that name. Okay? I understand, right? These are kind of two different subjects. The thing with the whole being deleted from that page, I care less about that. That's how she acts with everyone, okay? If you ain't part of her clique, you don't belong. And as soon as you mess up, according to her, okay, there's a difference in somebody going on there saying a bunch of shit that shouldn't be said, making comments that shouldn't be made, but when you simply ask for a name and you want to act like that, well, screw off. She's one of those people that is either related to cops or one of them stupid women with this whole man in uniform complex nonsense, right? Lusting after shit like that. Just for these cops to take advantage of you and treat you like you swear you'll never let a man treat you, right? It's your own dumb fault when you end up involved with that. But I'm not here to smear his name. But the point is, or the problem is here, that there's more to this story. One, this man has a story to tell, right? Obviously, he's fighting some kind of demon. If it is, in fact, the problem is the way Napoleon's police department has acted over this, it raises concern for suspicion. Warranted concern, right? Because now you're raising a suspicion. Because over there in Henry County, there's a few cases like this, right? It's very similar to his, okay? So are we to believe, just take your word for it, that this is what happened? That he did it himself? Or is there something they're hiding? Because it's like they wanted to wait to release the name so they would have a chance to scrub any information out there. And what I'm getting at, I heard that there's some more stuff, some stuff I'm looking into. I don't want to say a bunch of it until it's confirmed, right? There is possible more to the story. I mean, there is more to the story no matter what, right? But it's possible that there's some stuff. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. I'm looking into these things. So, but I'm, whatever. If there's an issue that pertains that, the problem is, if he did this because of some kind of private reason, demons he's fighting that is private matter, then that's one thing. But if it's anything to do with his job as a police officer, then we have every right to know and need to know, right? As suspicious, they would hide all that until they deem it's okay, right? Because now you go on there, right? You can search out social media and stuff, and that's what the authorities do. They'll scrub all of this shit. And they had enough time to do that now. And I don't mean all of it's negative towards him either. I'm just saying they could scrub anything that might lead to it being actually somebody else did it. Another officer, right? Possibly. And I'm not, all of this is speculation, and it's their fault we have to speculate like this. But the point is, he was fighting demons, and many people do, especially this time of year. Is it a personal matter? Was it, something to do with your love life? I don't know. The way they make it sound, he was some great dude, happy-go-lucky, and always, doing all of these good things, and but then just did this. Well, there's a reason why. okay? There's some kind of demon you're fighting. So the best we can do right now is pray for his soul, right? What kind of demon were you fighting? What kind of shit was going on that would cause you to do this, right? And that could be good or bad in his, whatever. But we have a society that's too worried about never wanting to believe cops are bad, right? And I'm not saying he was yet, right? Nothing like that. But it could be other cops. Stop it. That done it. And we'll never know now, right? If you think that's going to come out in an investigation, I got news for you, right? And that's why I started raising hell about it. I want to know what's going on. It's our public employee, okay? And it happened while he was on duty. But people don't seem to like that. Well, I'm sorry. That's the way it is, okay? Like I said, you give them an inch, they take a mile. And, they think today we'll withhold this officer's name. The problem is over in Napoleon, okay, they're withholding a lot of information from a case that's almost similar to this, okay? A friend of mine, while at his place of work, and there's much reason for suspicion, and Napoleon Police Department's keeping it all hush. It won't let the whole family have the information or nothing, So yeah, I can't help it that for those that want to think, because it's an officer, now we need privacy. Okay, another point about that I didn't, it's a big point. When the chief of police down over there in Napoleon, when he's talking to the news, he says we're requesting respect and privacy for the family. No problem, right? The family deserves the privacy. That's one thing, right? But he says, and for the department. You're a freaking police department. You have no expectation of privacy. And then I've seen people, and then they comment on other things and act like, they do have a right to privacy. Your public employees do not have a right to privacy. If that's the case, and it's because of people seeing stuff stupidly like that, is why this shit continues, right? And why things keep getting worse in this country. Anyways, that's all I really got to say about that. I wanted to get on here and give an update. It's a sad situation that anybody would resort to that. What caused it? But anyways, all we can do right now is pray for his soul. And I'll keep looking into it. But they've had enough time now to, it's not like, this ain't necessarily to try to say because he was a cop, I'm not saying that at all. But there's other, it involves a police department that is real heavy on secrecy when these matters arise. These very same matters that have already arisen. Right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments. For that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.